Hey everyone, it's Maribel Blue with a new Pathetically Unfiltered News and Reactions. Welcome. If you are new to this channel, please do hit that subscribe button, engage, share, and leave your comments below. Today we're going to talk about Aaron Goodwin. Now, if you don't know who Aaron Goodwin is, he is one of the lead investigators of Ghost Adventures, one of the longest members of that television show after Nick Groff had made his exit after 10 seasons. So for those of you who don't know what had happened, Aaron had gotten married a couple of years ago and come to find on one of his Ghost Adventures trips, his wife Victoria was out plotting his murder with a guy by the name of Grant Amato, who actually annihilated his entire family and is currently doing prison time in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. I did a whole video on it. I will link that video below. Now, recently, Aaron Goodwin had gone to court to address Victoria because she accepted some sort of plea deal, I guess, gathering that if she did go to trial, she would probably do a lot longer prison time. I can only tell you, I don't understand why anybody in their right mind, clearly she's not in her right mind, to make such a plot and then come to find that wasn't the only time that she had gone outside of the relationship. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video for you, and then we're going to come back and discuss.
Has gotten her attention. She's never going to be in front of your honor for any kind of violation. She's never going to have any further problems. We, of course, would understand there would be stringent conditions. She has no contact with Mr. Goodman, and she has no need to ever have contact with them. We would just ask the court to give her one opportunity at probation for someone who's lived the life that she's lived, has one terrible mistake, but that's the only mistake she's made, and that she immediately tried to take full responsibility for it. Before she was arrested, she had clearly abandoned any efforts to be part of that conspiracy, and we think she's worthy of probation, and I'd like to have her say a few words as well.
Firstly and most importantly, I would like to apologize to Aaron. I'm so immensely sorry for the pain and anxiety I've caused you, and the betrayal you undoubtedly and rightfully feel by my actions. I need you to know that I will always hold love for you. I genuinely pray you find your joy and peace again, and I will bow out of your life forever to hopefully ease that process. I'm sorry I broke us, and I am consumed with regret every day. My absolute promise to you is that you will never see or hear from me. I intend to leave the state of Nevada, and you and anyone else will never be in danger of me ever again. Secondly, I'd like to apologize to my parents. My actions are not a reflection of how you raised me, with unwavering love and support, and I know I'm better than this. Next, I'd like to apologize to the court. I recognize and understand my stupidity, the terrible nature of my crime against Aaron, my regrettable choices, and monumental lapse in judgment. This is my rock bottom, and I'll never forgive myself. Prior to my arrest, I was taking steps toward mending my marriage and correcting my mistakes that led me here. Now, having spent 92 days in jail, I've had plenty of time to reflect on my foolishness, and I'm that much more committed to never getting in trouble again.
And can I just interject here for a minute while she's making this speech on how the 92 days that she spent in jail, that gave her time to reflect on her foolishness, on her mistakes. Someone explain to me why. Why did it take for her to go to jail to understand the level of her critical thinking? Let's see here. Let's use this as an example. If I got married and decided I no longer wanted to be with my husband, I should look to getting a divorce. Right? That would be the common sense probability. The non-common sense of probability is I can start a prison relationship with a criminal who killed his family, and possibly, maybe I can pay him off to kill my husband. What is the probability I could get caught? It took her going through all of, she didn't sit back and think about this. She just thought to herself, she just acted on instinct. There wasn't any thought process to this at all. Let's continue.
Love and support, and I know I'm better than this. Next, I'd like to apologize to the court. I recognize and understand my stupidity, the terrible nature of my crime against Aaron, my regrettable choices, and monumental lapse in judgment. This is my rock bottom, and I'll never forgive myself. Prior to my arrest, I was taking steps toward mending my marriage and correcting my mistakes that led me here. Now, having spent 92 days in jail, I've had plenty of time to reflect on my foolishness, and I'm that much more committed to never getting in trouble again and doing better in every aspect of my life, especially with my mental health. I am truly ashamed, embarrassed, and disappointed with myself, and am deeply and sincerely remorseful for my actions. This is not a reflection of who I am, nor the person I want to be.
Yes, state will call Aaron Goodwin.
But when you think about how she says this isn't a reflection of her actions, sorry, I just realized my mic was a little far away, so I apologize. Help me understand. Help me understand how this is not a reflection of your actions on the person that we are supposed to believe that you are, but yet your actions say something different. Now I'm going to play Aaron's response because this was pretty intense.
Madam Clerk will swear you in. You do solemnly swear or affirm, under the pains and penalties of perjury, the testimony you're about to give in this action will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah.
Will you please state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Aaron Goodwin, AARONGODWIN.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Goodwin.
Sorry. Your Honor, for 7 years I thought I was in the most loving relationship and marriage with my best friend. Someone who I trusted whole heart and laughed with every day. Someone who made me feel like I was someone's, like I was her one and only. I was loyal to her and did whatever I could to make her happy. I thought we were something very special, and so did everyone else. After finding out she was cheating on me in September of last year with multiple men, including the man going by the name Vincent, who turned out to be Gran Amato, I gave her the option of divorce where we could try to work it out because I love her so much. She felt so bad and I didn't want to lose me. Every day she made me feel more special, and she was so sorry. At least that's what she told me. Now discovering she put a hit out to kill me more than once. Got blackmailed and spent almost all our savings to keep it quiet. And fell more in love with Amato. They even got spiritually married. And now I was called the first husband. They talked until she was arrested. And she sought his help to kill me. Sorry. This has led me to fear my life. I've hired armed security for weeks, not knowing it was over or not. Always looking over my shoulder and having to go through therapy and even trying to understand any of it. It's like a heartbreak no one should go through in life. I can't trust anything anymore. I cry every day. I feel so alone. She grew me into a person I never was. I will always wonder why. But worst of all, she lied to me every day. I didn't know about any of the murder plot, the hitman, or the blackmail until the detectives told me after she was arrested. Now behind bars, she's trying to manipulate through lawyers and trying to silence me and not come here today. So I wouldn't be standing here. In honor, Your Honor, this person over here, I don't know at all. Not one bit. The fact that this person did all this to me with no worry, no care, or love in her heart for me. I will never feel the same. I will never feel safe or be the same because of what she did. Especially when she gets out one day. She claims she's remorseful now that she's been caught, but there at no time before did she ever try to stop this from happening. She tried to have me killed. She gave my location to people. Truly believe we were trying. I truly believe with people she truly believed were going to harm me. She even asked for the updates on the murder. And this was all when I was just a loving husband, I thought.
You know, Aaron is going to recover from this for a long time. It's bad when you are in a relationship with someone, and I've shared this on my coaching channel about narcissism, about people who scam. My experience with this, not realizing that I was with a person who was love bombing me, who didn't care about me, who didn't care about my well-being, who just wanted to live off of my means and didn't want to do anything about it. I mean, even up until the last day that I was finally able to get rid of him, he wanted to work out a deal where he could still stay and I could be in other relationships because he wanted to live a lap of luxury without the hard work. You know what? I do not live a luxurious life. Yes, I own a house with my family and we take care of our home, but we do not live in a lap of luxury. We live very comfortable, but it's not luxurious, but it's ours. To know that you are with somebody who does not have your best interest is something that it takes a while to recover. To listen to him cry. I mean, the cop, the bailiff or whoever it is that's there in the courthouse threw the tissue box right away because I guess he was already crying before he had to go up there. To listen to him cry the way he did, to hear the distress in his voice, to know that he lives in fear, because the fear, it doesn't go away. It's not going to go away overnight. I mean, let's be real about this. It's frightening to know that a person you shared a bed with, you shared meals with, you laughed together, you cried together, you argued or whatever, the disagreements, everything that is all wrapped up in relationships, building a life together, and come to find out that the one person that you loved so much and made a commitment with was plotting your murder with a loser who is in jail right now because he was having an online relationship with somebody and didn't want to give that up. So he killed his family because of it, because they did not want to support his addiction. And while Victoria stood there and cried and cried and cried, one has to ask, are you crying because you hurt him, or are you crying because you got caught? Let's call it what it is. Because you know what? If I was doing something bad and I got caught doing it, yep, I'm going to cry because I got caught. Because that's the way it works with people. Remember, self-serving people, when they hurt, they don't want to feel that hurt. They want to reflect that pain on others. So she can sit there and cry and be sorry and talk about the levels of stupidity and stupid choices that she made and how sitting in jail for 92 days gave her reflection. I'm sure anybody in jail, you get some real reflection being up in there. Of course. Who wants to be in jail? Anybody with common sense doesn't want to be in jail. So, of course, it gave her food for thought. But this isn't about Aaron. This is about her selfishness. Meanwhile, somebody else's life now is ruined. His mental state isn't what it was before he met her. How many times has he thought to himself what his life would have been like if he never met her? One will never know. We can't go to the past and fix it and change it. Believe me, because if that was the case, I wouldn't have met Shit Show. And the only thing I could say is I hope that Aaron recovers and that no, even though he is a famous person in the paranormal world, whoever he meets next is not going to be like this one here. So now the next story we're going to talk about is Ray Johnson Williams. I like Ray Johnson Williams. He does all of these different crime stories, and he does it like in a special way where other people are now copying what he's doing. And not only are they copying what he's doing, but they're blocking him so that other people don't see where the idea originated from. Well, if things couldn't get any worse, so to speak, now he has a stalker. And I'm going to go ahead and share this video with you guys on something that I had seen a few weeks ago, and it's so crazy. Like, once again, lacking the critical thinking skills on how everyone was so quick to believe this story. Let's roll this tape.
Guys, I have a problem. I think I might have a stalker. Listen to this. So this woman, let's call her Jo Goldberg. And Goldberg really wants to be an influencer and build an audience for herself. But she's really not that good at anything. So she starts out doing grifting rage bait videos.
Women shouldn't be leaders. Whose idea was it to give women rights? Whatever women can do, men can do better. Because men are superior.
But unfortunately, the rage bait grifting doesn't really work, and she gets no views. So she switches it up, and she starts telling fake stories about herself. Basically just telling weird lies.
I lost my virginity to a homeless man. I just found out I've been dating my biological brother for 6 years.
And when that doesn't work, sometimes she'll get on camera and just cry.
I had the most traumatic experience of my life today. He pulls up in a Toyota Prius. He said he had a Mercedes.
And about 9 months ago, she starts making videos just like mine, telling crime stories in my style.
So this guy was...
In fact, she's such a big fan that she makes a video that's basically a biography of my life, a whole video.
This is Ray William Johnson.
Here's the thing though, she doesn't just want views from this video. She's hoping this video will get my attention and that I will personally reach out and acknowledge her.
But then he didn't reply to it, and I was just like, okay. So I just kind of went on in my life and I was just kind of waiting for him to reply and just kind of acknowledge me and just message me privately.
Now, here's the thing about that biography though. It kind of blows up and it gets her significantly more views than any of her other videos. And so she decides, okay, I'm gonna make another biography type video about me. But in this one, she's gonna use all her previous skills, grifting, the rage baiting, and the telling weird lies about herself. And so in this video, Goldberg makes this outlandish claim that I got some woman pregnant.
So this guy, he's my dad, and he abandoned me.
And that I have a secret baby that I've been lying about. And keep in mind, I'm married. So imagine how my wife feels when she hears this. And so this woman claims that I had a secret baby back in 2002, that I got her mom pregnant and then abandoned her and the baby and refused to pay child support. And her proof of this is that she shows this photo of me and her mom in 2002 when I was in college. Now, here's
the Photoshop on that photo is so bad. I just got to go back to it for a minute. Now, he points out certain things with this photo about the phone, how his head looks, how that lady's head looks, whoever that lady is. The photo is clearly unnatural. Now, he goes over details as to why this is all bullshit. Apparently, Ray Johnson Williams has documented his life quite extensively online. So basically, he doesn't have any secrets about his life. He has receipts. Let's just put it that way. He has receipts. So let's go down this list that he says here really quick. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Now, here's 5 reasons why that's immediately bullshit. I didn't go to college in 2002. My senior year was 2010. I used to vlog about it very publicly. It says it on my frickin' Wikipedia page. He began posting videos on YouTube during college. YouTube wasn't around in 2002. 2. This image that's, again, supposedly from 2002, you're telling me that I've looked the exact same as I do now for the past 23 years? Really? 3. Since I was in college around 2010 and I got someone pregnant that year, allegedly, that would mean that that baby now in 2025, that baby is 15 years old. This woman is not 15 years old. This woman is at least 35. 4. I can't have kids. I don't want kids. No offense to anyone. I went and got a vasectomy. I've been had a vasectomy. This is, again, stuff I've documented. This is very public knowledge. 5. This alleged picture of me and her mom from 2002, it's so obviously photoshopped that it's comical. Look at the size of my head compared to this woman. Also, look at this weird right angle in the hairline. What is that? And look at this iPhone in her hand. Now remember, this picture is supposed to be from 2002. What year did the iPhone come out? Did her mom time travel to get one of these? Not to mention the AI she used is causing the phone to bleed into the table. So you got like half an iPhone here. And the most damning part of this photo is that the underlying picture is not even hers. It's my photo of me and my wife. This photo. She stole it from my Instagram. Here's the original post from 2018. And look, if you zoom in, this is the exact photo she used. Here's mine. Here's hers. Here's mine. Here's hers. She just cropped my wife out and photoshopped in some other woman. And at the bottom of my pic, that's my cat. This cat, Mr. Kitty, here he is. So how is Mr. Kitty, my present day cat, in the bottom of her photo in 2002? It's not, because it's not her photo. This individual is a habitual liar, and she's going to great lengths to try and prove that this lie is true, including photoshopping pictures of mine. And if you don't believe
It goes beyond being a habitual liar. It goes to there is something fucking wrong with you. Why would you do this? There are so many sadistic people chasing clout. It's insane. People could be doing like a good cause, and there's always that one or two people that want to be a part of that just so they can get monetary gain from it. Monetary gain, popularity, like they're doing something wonderful. Why though? Why? Now I'm going to fast forward over to another point that he made here.
Louis Griffin had. Like they looked at this half an iPhone and they were like, oh yeah, this looks legit. And so they're writing me terrible, hateful things. My own fans are writing me, you suck, take care of your daughter, loser. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oi, you're a Ray. Go to your daughter, you little You're a piece of shit for leaving your daughter. This person even tells me to unalive myself because she thinks I abandoned my own kid. And I got like thousands of DMs like this. And I got people arguing with their whole chest like, no, this could be, her story could be true, right? Could be her dad. She's the right age. Motherfucker, how? How? She can't even get her own age straight in her videos.
I'm not avoiding saying my age. I'm 22 years old. I've said I'm 22.
That girl's not 22. She's not 22. If she can lie about something like this and create havoc, the private messages, where are your critical thinking skills, people? Where are your, how are you not thinking about this? You are just buying this story at face value. Literally buying the story. There's no investigation. Let me just check the resources. Ray William Johnson, he has a Wikipedia. Let me read his Wikipedia. Guaranteed. He could be the one updating it or his people because he's been around for a long time. So I'm sure he has his people updating the Wikipedia as it goes. Clearly, he's been documenting his life from college. He's talked about having a vasectomy, but yet he's getting private messages, horrendous private messages of people that actually believe this lady is his daughter and looks nothing like him at all. I don't know, people. I'm going to end it with this. Use your brains. It's not that hard. I mean, imagine the beauty of critical thinking. How good that makes you feel when you're able to outline shit and come to conclusions. Use your brain. Speaking of brains, I'm going to end it with this. I was on Zeus's live a couple of days ago. There was a lady on there who decided to boast about how she voted for Trump. But not only did she boast about it, Zeus did something where she didn't even realize what was going on. So I'm going to play this part. So let me just give you a backstory on this. Zeus has these different panelists that come up. Some of them are Trump supporters. A lot of them are just voices that have gone on there before where they share their experiences of things that happen. And they're all very informative. Like I always have my notebook out. I'm ready to take notes, because I know that I'm going to learn something, even from the Trump supporters, believe it or not, because they can teach you one or two things about crazy. This woman, I don't know what was going on with her. I have no explanation as to where her mind was, but it kind of gives you that meme effect where the guy is like saying no thank you to the brain because he's MAGA. That was this.
And just the hate's pouring out of people, and
Miss
that was
Kelly, don't look at the
demonic.
comments. Just
And
say
I'm
what
saying
you
I
got
love
to say.
children, and
Stop
they
it.
need a future.
Stop it, Kelly, because I don't believe you genuinely love children. And I got the proof.
Really?
Donald Trump,
What
yeah.
proof?
So I'll tell you this.
As a person, myself, I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
I mean,
And actually, I think you're getting real close to going straight to hell if you don't get out of this cult. Now, I'm going to say this. Donald Trump has cut funding that feeds children. Did you know that? He's cut funding that is involved in doing research that helps children live longer. Did you know that?
That biker picture that you see was for, I rode with veterans, and I rode with ones that.
No, you rode with the devil. You rode with the devil.
What does that have to do with anything? Kelly, this is the deal, Kelly. Hold on. You just said something very important. You said something very important. What does that have to do with the children? Did you not hear Zeus say that he has cut funding for SNAP, which feeds poor children? You know, you left your job in California because you didn't like the shenanigans, right? That came out of your mouth. You didn't like the way it was getting down, right? Oh, you didn't like opportunists. You didn't like opportunists taking advantage of people. So that's what I gathered out of what you said. So with that said, Trump is we know school lunch programs, USDA, that handles feeding children at school. That has been cut. He has cut SNAP programs. All right. With research, you know, a lot of this research happens at Harvard and the National Institute of Health. He has cut funding for that, for children. And
I just need to say this. What are you listening to, Trump supporters? Like, is Fox News that diluted that you are not getting what's going on in real life? And if you are hearing this, how is anybody okay with this? Explain to me how anybody is okay with all of this funding being cut. This money is not going back into your pockets. Not now and not ever. Is it going to take for you to feel the full effects to understand? Because for some reason, you guys seem to think that you're exempt from all of this disaster and nonsense. You are not exempt. You do not have $1 billion in the bank. Therefore, you do not make up the 1%.
And for regular folk. So how can you say that you love children when you voted for this guy who clearly doesn't?
Now, Kelly, we want you to answer. I don't let the demon run the show. I want you to understand that about Big Zeus. We don't let that happen over here. I'll give you chance after chance to try to get it right. But once I realize you don't know how to control the demon, I'll take over. All right? So W Zeus, W Kabira, and W Takesha. Kelly, you have no answers. Takesha, did you want to say anything? Because I think we've reached the place of judgment, and I'm ready to do.
You've already judged me before I even came in here because of just who I vote for. You've already judged me, and you've already judged a person that you don't even get to know yet first.
You think so?
And that's terrible.
You think so?
Because you know what? I would rather get to know one another and respect and love one another than treat people like this.
Well,
or
Kelly,
one another.
I know this
as
hurts
individuals and people. Nothing but respect for one another to try to come together regardless of where we stand or where we're at. And you know what? That's where I stand. It's okay. You know what? I'm strong. I know who our Father is.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, get it out.
And I hope that and pray that each one of us do know the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit and the discernment over it.
Anything else?
And that we are to love thy neighbors and one another and our people.
Hold on, this is my favorite part, Kelly.
And each and every person to come together, not fall apart like this, and actually truly come together. But I know it sounds impossible, and it sounds like a very thing to mock. And what does mockery do of one another and to judge one another?
What?
A mockery is not good, and I know it's to look down upon. And look down upon others does not make person a higher up person and closer to.
No, you're going.
Having to put down others.
You got a lot more. You got a lot more in the tank.
Nothing but love for you guys.
You sure?
Nothing but love and respect for you guys of feeling secure in what you choose.
Get it out. Anything else?
I'm glad that you did this with everybody else too.
You okay?
Because whenever they spoke, this is how you treated them too, and we treat each other fairly.
All right. So what I'll do is,
but I can see that can't happen.
Here it goes. All right. Well, Kelly, listen. You've made it to the highest level of demonic. You've made it to the highest level a demon could make it in the kingdom. We've played the violin for you. We've tried to hear you out, and you say you're a good person, but the truth is not in you, ladies and gentlemen. I have nothing else left to do but send this demon straight to hell. No, don't bring up the good Lord's name. What you can do is take that first class trip where you came from straight to hell.
Silence, you Maga.
W Zeus, W Kabira, W.
I am waiting for the day. You know, Zeus is gonna bang that gavel so hard that shit is gonna go flying. That woman, did she? You know what? I have no more words. I have no more words. I don't know what to say anymore. She sang through that whole violin. She was unfazed by everything that was going on. And this is a person who votes. And I always say this. There are the grifters and there are the sheep. There is a serious problem here where you have a person who is absolutely clueless about what is going on in the world and actually believes that the reality of what they are seeing on TV about these Job Corps getting cut, the Department of Education, food being taken away from children, food pantries, the tariff, etc., etc. Like the list goes on and on and on. They actually believe that none of this is happening. That's what's frightening. They actually believe that. And I have come to a point where I don't care for these people. They voted for madness. And for some reason, they're okay with it. And if they're okay with it, then these are the kind of people we don't need in the world. They need their own island. Move to an island where you can cause your own chaos. It's like that person who loves drama. They can't be without the drama. So with all that being said, this is Maribel Blues signing off. Let me know what you thought about these stories and what else you would like to see more of. And until then, always remember, be good to yourself, be good to each other. Most importantly, take care of you. Bye, everybody.